All right, guys, here's our beautiful patient all the way from New Mexico. We're going to be doing Lipo 360, Magic Tight, safer Brazilian butt lift, fixing in these hip dips. And again, getting her stomach as small as possible, okay? And so we're going to get rid of this. Shape her breast a little bit better by getting it tighter, making our incisions here and here, okay? All right, guys, so we're starting with some numbing, lidocaine, epinephrine, and sodium bicarb. This helps control pain, bleeding, and bruising. All right, guys, so we start with Vaser again. We're trying to break up some of this fibrous tissue, making sure that she's nice and smooth when we're done. All right, guys, so we're starting with some liposuction now that we have Vasered. And again, we do it in this process to make sure that we get as smooth of a result as possible, okay? All right, guys, so here's a lovely patient. Again, we've done lipo 180, we did magnetite highlighting. We removed about 3 liters of fat. You'll see the definition here. And again, she is a little bruised, but now you see hip bones, you see her curves, but you also notice that this hip is higher, this hip is lower. She's got a little bit of scoliosis, so we're going to do our best to put a little bit more fat here to even her out. But that's it. We're all done with the front. All right, guys, here's a lovely patient again. Now we're going to focus on the back. And so we're going to get, you can tell what we've done. See the difference from the front to the back? So we're going to get rid of this with our incisions here, sculpt the booty, get it more perky, okay? All right, guys, so starting with some numbing, then lidocaine, epinephrine, and sodium bicarb. All right, guys, so we are vasering again, ultrasonic energy, making sure that stuff is really smooth and loose, okay? All right, guys, so we are liposuctioning, and again, little by little, we're going to trim this down until you start to see curves. Okay, guys, so we have liposuction our max. If you come over here, you'll look from the top and you will see her waist. Even though we haven't done a BBL, that's going to be what it is. But once we get the booty more even, add some volume to the upper part. Now down here, because she has good volume when she stands up, it's just creating some roundness and some better shape. Okay? Guys, we're doing some magic tight here. This helps to shrink that skin so the booty doesn't sag. Go ahead. All right, guys. So let's see. Let's make sure there's our beautiful fat. That's beautiful. That's what we're using. Okay. Guys, we're starting with this side needing a little bit more fat. Okay. So here's our ultrasound, and you can tell there's a white line. And then if I push down, there's another white line. Below that all the little white stuff, more smooth, that's our muscle. So as I let it go, I see this, but now I'm going to show you if I'm really high. You see this little thing moving? And if I turn it, it creates like a little steel. That's the rod. That's basically the cannula. Now, when I go like this, you'll see one part is really shiny, right? So there it is right in the middle. That little white spot, that's the cannula. That means I'm high. Now, if I go a little deeper, you see where it is right here? Kind of in the middle. And so now that's the area where we want to put some fat. And again, we're staying above the muscle, okay? All right, guys. So you can tell there's not that big of a difference. We've only put in about 600, but you see, like when I squeeze, this is loose, this is tight. We've just rounded this out better. So when she wears something snug, you see how that nice flow versus snug here, this is very flat, okay? All right, guys. So I wanted to show you no fat, fat. See when I squeeze? And again, when I push this in, you see how nice and smooth. When I push this side in, you see how flat and loose this is. I push this in, she has nice balance and curves. Here, the curves are missing from the hips, okay? See, it's high. It's now deep. You see it stretched? Yeah. And now you can tell where the fat is going. It's above the muscle, and now the muscle starts to disappear because I'm literally pushing it out of the way, okay? All right, guys, here's a lovely patient. Her BMI is 25.7. So we did Lipo 360, Magic Tight 360, Safer Brazilian butt lift, added a little bit of fat to the hip dips, added a lot to the projection, tried to make her butt smaller, but perkier. got rid of this pouch, and this is what she looks like now. You will notice that she's got curves when she stands up. That's her new shape, so she's certainly more round. This will stretch out a little bit more. And if you come down, you'll see the nice slope.